Hey everybody, Jimmy Rance here again. Now let's talk about love and relationships and how great it is to be alone, but not lonely. I kind of can't wrap my head around some of this. I cannot believe, but maybe it's because this is my personality here kind of talking. I don't understand this alone stuff and how great it is. I can't believe that there's actually channels out there that cater to nothing but like saying how great it is to be alone. Like being alone is the greatest thing on earth. I can't believe how many channels there are. What the hell happened? Is it because, really, I want you guys, especially that are the ones spewing all this, oh, it's so great to be alone. Really convince me that it's great to be alone. I really would like to know why it's so great. How? How is being alone so great? Now, look, I realize that there are people that are introverts. They don't like to, mingle and dilly with people that much. I get it. And then there's people like me, that's extroverts. I like to talk to people. I like to do things with people whenever I can. But a lot of you guys that have channels out there, you absolutely hate the thought of having a relationship with a male or a female. And I'm just trying to understand. I'm not making fun of mocking you or laughing at you because you may be right. I don't know. Like I've said a million times, I'm just not there yet. This is the first time in my life, honestly, that I've been alone in like 71 years. I've got about 4 months almost of being alone. And I'm trying to find where is the joy in this being alone. I have nobody to talk to, so I talk to the camera. Hello, camera. I have nobody to eat with. I have nobody to sit on the couch with me, maybe hold my hand or snuggle up to me. I have nobody to give that gentle hug and just say, I love you, babe. I don't have that. I miss that. But again, I may be totally and polar opposite than you. You may have had a relationship with your ex and it was horrible. It was terrible. And you dreaded it. You hated it. You felt like you were a slave in that relationship. And you might have been. So I can understand if you get out of that kind of relationship that's so toxic, that's so volatile, that you don't want to get back in another relation because you're afraid that if you get back in another relation, they're all going to be the same when they might not. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Again, this is just me and my opinion. I can only go by what I know. And I know that my wife and I, we loved each other so much. We had so much respect for each other. We didn't want to be separated from each other. We loved being in each other's company. We didn't get on each other's nerves. We loved, like I said, being together. We loved planning trips and just talking about things, world events, current events, just what we want to do. We talk about our house, how we want to improve it. We just talked about all kinds of things, situations, social issues, whatever. We didn't always agree on everything, but we never did act like a horse's ass. We never fought and we never argued. I don't know how, especially with me being a ranter. I guess it was because I loved her and she loved me and we had a tremendous amount of respect. But you guys going out there hawking all this, oh, be alone, man. You don't want to do this. You're going to get married. They're going to divorce you and take half of what you got. Well, I don't know. That may be, but I promise you, if you had a loving relationship like I had with my wife, you wouldn't think of being alone for a second. My wife and I, Bobby, we talked, believe it or not, we talked about it. Like, if one of us die, do you think we'll remarry? We talked about it. That's something that is kind of taboo maybe in marriages, but you know what we both agreed on, really? We both agreed that if we did meet somebody that we could fall in love with again, that we would probably do it. Just because you love somebody and one of them dies, that doesn't mean that love has to stop in your life. Maybe it means you have to make a transition. You have to refocus that love. You don't forget about the love of your spouse. Absolutely not. You carry that in your heart forever and ever. But again, we as human beings have the ability to love. I would never say that I would never meet somebody, fall in love with them, just to be honest, and get married again. I would not rule that out. Why? Because I have a good track record with my wife. I know how beautiful it can be. I can't fathom the thought, really. I would hate, just to be honest, I would hate to spend the rest of my life alone. Nobody to travel with, nobody to talk to, Christmas time, no holiday meals to share it with, unless you went with some other friends or something. But I'm talking about somebody that you love, that you have a passionate, intimate relationship with. I'm not talking about sex. That's a different animal. I'm talking about you love being with each other. You respect each other. You build your relationship off of trying to do kind and good things for each other. You want to be a helpmate, not a hurtmate. Now, I realize, again, that there are people that have what I call the red ass. They've been in terrible relationships. They get out of them, and they don't ever want to get back into that situation again. I can kind of understand that. But to get out there and preach how being alone is the greatest thing on earth, I'm sorry, I can't buy it. I won't buy it. I refuse to buy it. I think it's nonsense. I think you have an axe to grind. I really do. And I think you got some deep-seated problems. And maybe you need to get some help for that. I don't know. Hey, what do I know? I'm just a ranter. What do I know? So I'm asking you to convince me. Why is being alone such a great thing? Oh, that's right. You don't have to commit yourself. You don't have to do anything for anybody but yourself. You can do anything you want. You're footloose and fancy free. What you are is you're selfish. You don't want to take the time to invest in a relationship. And that's one thing you've got to do, folks. In a relationship, you've got to invest yourself in that relationship. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about your time. Really. I don't understand all this loneliness stuff. I really don't. What makes it so great? Again, I may be wrong. And a lot of you may be alone by your choice because, again, I don't want to say that you're selfish, but you're not willing to commit to somebody because it's too much trouble. And yeah, when you're really in a relationship, it's not always roses and rainbows. That's true, it's not. But if you love each other, there's nothing that's going to tear you down, nothing. I'm one of the kind of people that I love. I love being in love. I think it's wonderful. I was in love with my wife from the first time I laid eyes on her until the last time I saw her. I can't think of trying to live my life being alone. It's just not in the cards for me, I don't think. Now, right now, I'm still in a state of mourning, I guess. I'm getting stronger and better. But I noticed that I'm starting to get to the point where I don't want to just rot inside of this house. Is that what you like to do? Do you like to just rot and decay in your own house? Or maybe you don't. Maybe, like I said, you're footloose and fancy free. You can do whatever you want because you have no responsibilities to anybody but you. And that's why I come up with the word selfish. Hey, let's talk about it, guys. What do you think, huh? I'm open to everything. Okay, that's it. I'm Jimmy Rance. Let's talk about it.